Pisces, the Moon card. Pisces, I don't know if you've ever gotten a tarot reading. By the way, Pisces, you can purchase your own personal, private, confidential psychic tarot reading from me, Lamar Townsend. I'm a natural, intuitive, clairvoyant, clairaudient, empathic psychic tarot reader. And I would love to do a private, confidential psychic tarot reading for you, Pisces, okay? Contact me at lamartownsendtarot.com for your own tarot reading or your own birth chart reading. Once again, lamartownsendtarot.com. You can purchase your reading directly from my website. I would also love it if you would follow me on Instagram at Lamar Townsend and like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamar Townsend Official if you have a Facebook. And of course, if you enjoy this video, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and of course, Pisces, share with your friends and family, okay? Pisces, I don't know if you've ever gotten a tarot reading, but each of the 12 zodiac signs has their own ruling card in tarot. And your ruling card happens to be the Moon card. Now, it's interesting because in astrology, in the zodiac, the moon, meaning the planet, actually rules the zodiac sign Cancer, your fellow water sign sister and brethren, right? Cancers. But in tarot, your ruling card is the moon. And the moon in tarot speaks of our intuitive self, our subconscious self, our subconscious reality, our intuitive reality. A great example is, you know how sometimes when we're placed in unfamiliar surroundings, like maybe when we start a new school, or we start a new grade and we're going to a new school, something like that, or we start a new job and, you know, the surroundings are just unfamiliar, maybe a little bit uncomfortable for us. The first things that we do are we listen to our instincts, our body. Maybe we get uncomfortable, we cross our arms or something like that, because we're listening to our body, our intuition, our feelings, and they're telling us that we're uncomfortable, unfamiliar, right? Sometimes, though, our mind, meaning our conscious mind, isn't quick enough to catch up to what's going on around us. It isn't quick enough to react to what's going on around us, meaning, you know, especially react in our best interest, our self-interest, right? But if you pay attention, the subconscious, the mind's trying to figure out, why do I feel uncomfortable? Who do I go talk to? How do I fix this situation? How do I fix what I'm feeling? How do I fix what my intuition, my body's telling me, which is telling me I'm uncomfortable? Meanwhile, your body is protecting yourself. Whether you're crossing your arms, you're tapping your finger, you're doing something to protect yourself. To, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's your subconscious. Now, if we're going by just that example, it seems to me that your subconscious self, meaning your intuitive self, your intuitive body, seems to actually know what's best rather than your conscious self. And your conscious self is considered your intellectual self, or could be considered your intellectual self, because there is intellectual information, intellectual things that are stored in our subconscious self as well. That's a different story, though. But in that moment, it's safe to say, I think, that our subconscious self served our better self-interest more so than our conscious self did, right? They're both doing the same thing. They're both working in our self-interest. It's just that our subconscious self worked a little bit faster. It's working a little bit faster than our unconscious, or our conscious self, right? So sometimes it's better to stay in that kind of subconscious energy and kind of maybe connect to that subconscious energy more so than the conscious self, the rationalizing self, right? Because sometimes the answers actually come from within, right? They come from that intuitive knowing, that intuitive wisdom, that intuitive self. Because that intuitive self is connected to the collective consciousness, right? Where all the answers are, right? For everybody. So what I think the moon tells us is that when we're in those moments of uncomfortableness, of vagueness, of uncertainty, of what's going to happen next, you know, maybe instead of rationalizing things, coming up with a methodical plan, analyzing things, maybe actually the best plan of action is to listen to your intuition, right? To be still, go to that place of peace and calmness for yourself and just listen, right? Another thing I tell my clients with this type of energy is to keep a dream journal because once again the moon speaks of the subconscious and oftentimes the subconscious comes through in our dreams, right? It's oftentimes as well that the subconscious has a lot of the answers, right? It's often that our dreams have a lot of the answers, right? So I do tell a lot of my clients a lot of times to keep dream journals, okay? So that's another great thing that. And just keeping a journal in general, right? Because we have to remember, another thing I tell my clients is you're transferring energy from within yourself through the pen to the paper. So it's a transformative experience keeping a journal, right? But that, once again, is a different story. Let's keep with the subject. In my head, I'm talking to myself. The moon speaks of getting in touch with your spiritual self, your intuitive self. Knowing that even in those moments of uncertainty, of maybe even fear, of vagueness, that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You know? That the answer is within. That the answer is to get in touch with your intuition, your intuitive self, your spiritual self, your higher self. Right? And that's what the moon speaks of. Everything happens for a reason. We're exactly where we are. We're exactly where we need to be at any given moment, at any given time. Sometimes that can be debated, definitely. But in those moments, are we connected to our higher self, right? Because if we were connected to our higher selves, maybe we wouldn't even be on that path, right? It's kind of what the moon speaks about, right? So it's just important to stay connected to our intuitive self and to know that everything's going to be okay in the long run, even when it seems like it's not. All right? That is my interpretation of the moon card, your ruling card in tarot, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. I hope it gave you some clarity and insight. Until the next video, please contact me at lamartownsendtarot.com for your own personal, private, confidential psychic tarot reading. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video, okay? Until the next video, Pisces, I wish you guys nothing but the best. Love, health, and success, okay? Please share this video with your friends and family, and know that even in those moments of uncertainty, of vagueness, you're going to be okay. All right. Thank you guys for listening and watching.